Speaking of Olympic soccer, we have with us online Coach Sam Sasu joining us from Tanzania. Coach, what's going on, my man? What's going on?
Sam Sasu!
Hey, how you guys doing? How's everybody doing?
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Loving the weather here in Tanzania, so.
Absolutely. Talking about the continent, man. Talk to us about some of the African teams that are going to be partaking in the Olympic soccer this year. We have Morocco, Guinea, Egypt, and Mali. One in each group. Who do you think has the best chances, Coach?
Oh, man, this is, first off, I want to say thank you all for hosting me. I know it's a bit of short notice, but I'm glad to be here. So, speaking of the teams, you kind of have to go with, obviously the big names. You got to talk about Morocco, right? So Morocco coming into this tournament, you know how well they did during AFCON and how well you saw them push throughout different matches throughout the tournament. You saw how Hakimi made a big difference when he was playing, right? When we talk about Egypt, it's going to be a fair game in their group. I didn't have enough time to analyze the particular group stages for Egypt, but when looking at how they've been playing over the last couple of months, you can definitely see the cohesion of the team. You can kind of see how they're actually willing to play with each other. But the biggest thing is they have a drive because they have something to prove coming into this tournament. Based off of how they performed in AFCON, they didn't reach to the standards of what all the spectators or all the believers thought in that timing. So those are my two big hitters coming out of the tournament, at least for the Olympics.
We're seeing several different big teams, France, United States, also going to be featuring alongside these African teams. Talk to me about how you feel Africa will perform up against these big names, man.
Well, generally speaking, if you're looking on paper, a lot of people will not rule in any of the African countries to perform well. But I think overall in the past, let's say 5 years or so, most African teams have really been stepping up in major tournaments. Mm-hmm. You saw how well majority of the underdog African teams performed during AFCON. You saw it how, South Africa, Bafana from right there, how well they how well they performed and somewhat broke hearts towards the end. But overall, the France side of things, the United States side of things, the African teams nowadays have quality. Mm-hmm. And when I'm talking quality, it's due to a number of things. So let's just touch on the first two things. First thing is that a lot of these African players are now playing at top clubs, whether it's in La Liga, Ligue 1, or if it's playing in the Premier League. They're playing great football. So now they're picking up, the aspects of technique. They're picking up the aspects of understanding position and timing. And the biggest thing that these teams are doing, they're allowing these African players to kind of get a better experience when they're playing at those clubs, right? The second thing is it's the confidence. A lot of African players are playing with a lot more confidence than what you used to see, let's say, 10 to 15 years ago.